I don't think you could find a person more deeply committed to client dignity than Linzie.
I'm Linzie Tuck, and I am the Director of Behavior Quality Assurance for Partners in Autism.
Linzie has consistently helped us fully live out our commitment to client dignity in ways that go far beyond industry standards.
I started working for Partners in Autism a month after they opened as a behavior technician, and at that point I was already working on my master's with Ball State University in applied behavior analysis. As I worked through my supervision hours, I moved from a behavior technician to a BCABA and then to a BCBA. And then from there, I stepped into leadership roles as the lead BCBA and then the BCBA director, and I now serve as the Director of Behavior Quality Assurance.
I've worked with Linzie for 6 years now. She's hilarious. I love her adventurous side. She always has some fun story to tell, something fun she just did or something different she just did. And she has that same excitement for her clients. So when they do something and they accomplish something, that excitement that she has for her own interest, she has that exact same excitement for her clients. It's not even halfway. She's just as excited for everything her clients do as her own accomplishments and as her own things that she does. She is such a fierce advocate for our clients, and she dives into those perspectives and listens, and I mean really listens to them and brings that into everything that she does.
She took what we were already doing, what we were already focused on, and helped us find ways to take it to a greater level. She's always looking at, how does this make the client feel? How does it make them feel about us or feel about themselves? She looks for that, from the way we do therapy to the way we talk with clients, to the way we talk with parents and caregivers. She is intentional. She's active in circles that are focused on reimagining the way therapy is provided. And she brings us first-hand accounts and first-hand perspectives to say these things are the current focus of our community. This is the next movement, this next thing to examine, to think, how can we do this in ways that go above and beyond? She helps me listen to autistic voices because their voices are not only valuable, but necessary.
I entered the field at such a pivotal time, right when ABA was undergoing major reform and self-reflection. The leaders in our field were urging practitioners to question the norms, listen to autistic voices, and demand better practices. Because of this, I've always prioritized a different perspective, one that moves away from outdated compliance-based approaches. For me, that meant advocating for interventions that respect neurodivergence, such as not targeting STEM behaviors unless they're harmful, not interfering with autistic play, not demanding eye contact, and ensuring that clients have real input into their programming. It also means teaching and honoring assent withdrawal and moving away from rigid compliance-based teaching, instead focusing on autonomy and self-advocacy.
She's always been willing to step into new roles for us as we've needed her to. So every time that we have started a new service or we've added a program to an existing service, she's always been right there, ready to test and pilot for us. And I think this is an area that she just thrives in, which is research and new ideas. And those skills have led her to the position of Director of Behavior Quality Assurance. The values that are needed in that position are a direct reflection of who she is as a person.
As the Director of Behavior Quality Assurance, I work with all of our services to ensure that we provide neurodivergent affirming, ethical therapies and supports to our clients and their families.
And she supports every person in every department within our company. She stays on the cutting edge of industry changes, social changes, and takes that information and not only tells the team what to do, but why it matters. She oversees all of our behavior training and has developed that behavior training to put a deeply meaningful focus on client dignity. She consults regularly with our employment specialists and then also weekly with our behavior consultants from our waiver services department to ensure that they have the support and the resources that they need to best serve their clients.
Beyond direct services, I contribute to company-wide policy discussions, particularly on behavioral and ethical considerations that impact our work. One of the most impactful programs I've been able to develop is our autistic pre-screening assessments. This is a major gap in our community, especially for older teens and adults, who often struggle to access formal diagnostic assessments. As awareness around autism has grown, more individuals are recognizing traits in themselves and seeking clarity about their neurodivergence. However, for many, the path to diagnosis is incredibly difficult due to long wait times and a shortage of providers. Adults, in particular, are frequently left with few options beyond online self-assessments, which lack clinical validity. By offering medical-level autism pre-screening assessments for anyone 18 months through adulthood, we're giving individuals a structured, evidence-based way to explore whether autism may be a factor in their experiences. There's also a common belief that if someone has made it into adulthood without an autism diagnosis, that they must be doing fine without one. And while that may be true for some, many individuals still want to pursue a screening, not because they need those external supports, but simply for their own understanding. And having that confirmation can open doors to self-acceptance and validation. I advocated for partners to start this service because it fills a gap in our community by making meaningful, informed self-discovery more accessible.
It's very clear that she is here for her clients. I've been really lucky to work with Linzie in multiple capacities, as a supervisor, a peer, and now a friend. Linzie is so educated and very skilled at what she does. She's really good at seeking feedback and collaborating with others. She takes everybody's ideas and thoughts seriously, and I really love that about her.
Linzie brings a tremendous amount of value to our work and our everyday lives. She's a constant source of support and knowledge. My admiration grew for Linzie when we collaborated on a self-advocacy series. Overall, Linzie is passionate, she's driven, she is dedicated.
Linzie is always willing to help. She's going to find some way to get you the information you need, whether it's knowledge she has already or research she can help you with. And she uses that knowledge to stand up for what's right. Like with all the work she's doing right now, fighting insurance denials and advocating for clients, she's very secure and confident in herself. And then she uses that confidence to spread and support others. Like days when you're having a hard time and being negative on yourself, Linzie's going to come in with that reality check and fresh perspective and kind of yank you back in to who you are and encourage yourself to be who you are as a person, celebrate yourself, and then she kind of spreads that to everybody else too.
One of the things that makes her happy in her work is having clients to look after and care for. And what I value the most about her is her passion and her care for children on the spectrum, and always making sure that there's a holistic perspective of their needs that's being considered. So every time we have a discussion, she is bringing insights that others would not have noticed because she is so observant.
It's not enough to help a client get from point A to point B. The broader impact matters. Not just how we're assisting them in building their skills, but how we're interacting with them as people. And that's what Linzie's always looking at and helping us look at. Linzie is an integral part of who Partners in Autism is. And when we think of who we want to be, she is a strong voice in that.